Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
Switch, not a day in my life. Loves my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no, we gon' hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons. And ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Oakland Raiders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run on first down. James, the game's first play, produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Second and 4 at the 31-yard line.
The last run got 6, now second and 4.
I got you. Kill. Any weapon.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And I think the ball's out. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Go.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Mike,
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That one good for 24 yards. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Second and 13. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17, following the 2 negative plays. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Three down. Mike 52. I'm coming.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson. Looking left side, and it's complete. 23 yards the pickup there.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
On first down, it's James. Room here to run. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
They run it with James. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Watch Mike. Watch Mike. Tackles.
We're scoreless after one. Second quarter from Oakland, the homestanding Raiders with the football here as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
Ready. 55. Watch ball. 55. All you get is a headache. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, eat. Danny. Mike 55.
Looking to throw on second down. Jackson. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Check 13. Check 13. Match box. Mike.
Here's James. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
On second down, it's James. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with 3rd down coming up.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
5-2's the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. Don't get nervous. Deuce. Neutral, focus.
On 3rd down, James. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Dan Bailey now for the field goal try from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, The action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
First down, Miami.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Check 43. Can't go. Shift. Watch the shift. Joker.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 42-yard line.
Tighten up. Off. 56. Mike's 56. Let's go, D.
2nd and 9 now. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Sione Takitaki gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A.
3rd and 14.
On the double. 56 is in there. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
That good for 22 and a 1st down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
from the 27. Jackson eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
52. Watch twist. Watch twist.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Bailey got the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0.
Extra score, Raiders 10, Dolphins nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key word.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. He'll look to throw. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
First down.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. I'm scared. 56. 56. Check, 56. That's the pass.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. They'll go again with Sanders. And some room to work. He's got daylight. 20, 10. again. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there, with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A run there on 1st down gets them a yard to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Jackson. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. It's James. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big pickup of 38.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. On the ground, it's James. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control. And yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 40-yard line.
Hey, Mike 42, Mike 42. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Check 50. Check 50. Wheel. Slam. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Out. He's coming up.
Another run here with Sanders. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Check 31, check 56, now. He's coming, double up. He's coming, double up.
On 1st down, it's Sanders. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Raiders' 49-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the curl. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Wait.
They'll run with Sanders. Still a couple yards short of the first as a 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. Brian Flores learned under the master. He's going to go on 4th down.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
They're going to look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Max Crosby, and that will force a turnover on downs. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done, so I think going for it there was the right call.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. It's James. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Ricky. Switch. It's great. My 52. Hey, we got to get this stop running.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. They have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. James. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner, 100 yards or more in a game.
Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, They're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
On third down, here comes Jacobs. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Now a give, right side. James. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On second down now, it's James. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
I know you feel that. Ready? Right. Watching your guy. Front. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Mike, 55. Check 55.
Here's Jackson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Raiders 17, Dolphins 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right?
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there for the Dolphins. 46 yards. And running the jet sweep here to Parker. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 28-yard line.
Mike, 29. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. 29.
They'll set up to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete.
The 2nd down pass.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I was used to joke with my teammates who carried the ball a lot. When we got in these situations and they were carrying us home, I used to tell them, boy, you guys just look like Paul Bunyan, just growing stronger, bigger, tougher. And all night long, he's carried this team.
He has indeed. Everything magnified right now. A huge 3rd down conversion.
Ready, set, 42. Start tackle, let's go. We got this, we got this. Mike 42, Mike 42, check. 42.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. So he got free at one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown.
Check it out. Check. Lucky. Watch the twist. Check.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Important extra point up and through, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
17, Dolphins 14.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's James. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
3rd and 2.
Let's go now. Watch the pass.
On 3rd down, James. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. It's a gain of 4, and that should just about seal the deal.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
They'll run on 1st down. It's James, and he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. On 3rd down, James. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Raiders, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Miami, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.